Hello everyone. So I come to you with a very interesting puzzle called Wordle, and my objective of this video is to align this puzzle with the kind of leadership, management, and coaching challenges we face in our day-to-day life. Now, just for the people who don't know, Wordle is a puzzle which gives you 6 attempts to solve and guess a word, and it gives you a tile of 26 alphabets from the standard English vocabulary, and you have 6 tries to guess the word, as I said. So every try what you take will actually either knock off a letter from the grid, or it will show whether the letter is correctly positioned or it is a part of the word but not correctly positioned. And let me explain as I try to solve this wordle puzzle. Now, as in our corporate life, as in our leadership challenges and management executions or project management, what we say is well begun is half done, right? So, similarly, when you have to solve this puzzle, well begun is half done. And what can be strategy for starting this puzzle? Well, there can be multiple strategies which can be applied. What I usually do is I start with a word which actually has got the maximum power of vowels. And I'm not saying that this is a right strategy, but this is what I start with. So the first word which I use today while solving today's Wordle puzzle of August 26, 2021, I decided to use the word edu. And let us see what happens when I type in these letters. Okay. So what has happened now is it has shown that only one letter is in the solution which is going to emerge, and unfortunately that letter is also not in the correct position, because had that letter been in the correct position, the tile color would have been green. But since here the tile color of I is yellow, it indicates that the positioning of I is not correct. And unfortunately, I have not got any other clue from this word. Okay, so that's why I said, I mean, this may not be always the right strategy to follow, but anyways, a good, I would say, de-risking strategy to pick up the vowels into the word, the maximum number of vowels into the word. Now, unfortunately, what I did was in haste, I decided to use the second word as this, only to realize later that, well, I have definitely put in I at a different position, but like what happens in our projects also, I have inefficiently utilized my resources. And why I'm saying this is because the letter O is at two places. I could have very well substituted another word which had a single O in it, and which could have actually helped me to reach to the solution faster. Although I did achieve the letter O, albeit at a wrong place, but at least the I position got now fixed. Anyways, mistake done. We always learn from our mistakes. So that is the second lesson from the Wordle puzzle which I'm bringing to you today. Okay. So based on the grid now, if you see, there are letters which are knocked off from the grid, which means those letters are not a part of the solution and they are grayed out. And then it also shows the letters which are currently identified and which are in correct position, and letter which is identified but not in correct position. So I again decided to pick up a word from the remaining letters in the grid and see if this was a solution to the problem which was given today. Unfortunately, no. But again, the advantage is that now the O and I got fixed to their position and I got another letter C out of that grid. Finally, in today's solution, when I tried to solve it, luckily I could figure out a word which I decided that, okay, let me give it a try. Okay, so there were 2-3 words which came out. I tried to create my own list based on the letters left, and this is also what we do in a real project, right? We try to come out with options to mitigate the risk, right? When risks are identified in a project, we try to come out with a risk response plan, and that is what I did. I listed 2-3 letters, and luckily this 2-3 words, sorry, and luckily this word was on the top of my list. I said, let me try with this word, and you know what, bingo, the problem was solved. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell here through this Wordle puzzle is that many times in our engagements, many times in our work, we do get challenges, we do get multiple options, we have a plan A, plan B, plan Z, and we have to execute those plans. We have to make sure that we learn quickly, adapt quickly from failures, and quickly implement them to reach to our final destination. I hope this video sounded interesting to you. And do let me know if you would like me to create such videos on a daily basis, because this is a puzzle which comes daily on the New York Times site. And I love solving this puzzle, and I also love relating the way I'm solving to project management concepts. This is Ashutosh Bhatodekar signing off for the moment. Do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.